I'm at the Marine Air Terminal at LaGuardia Airport. Just a few hours ago, Spirit Airlines was running its regularly scheduled flights, but the airline shut down. As you can see behind me, it's eerily quiet. The kiosks are pretty much turned off with a message to passengers saying that the airline has shut down with a little QR code for more information. The shutdown was abrupt to many passengers, but this was really years in the making. Spirit was in bankruptcy. It had filed for bankruptcy twice within 1 year, and time pretty much ran out. It was looking to do an 11th hour deal with the U.S. government for a bailout that would have included $500 billion as a loan, could have given the government up to 90% stake in the airline, but ultimately the bondholders and the government couldn't agree on a deal, so 3 o'clock in the morning on Saturday, the airline shut down for good. That meant that travelers were stranded pretty much all over the country. They had to scramble to find flights on other airlines, and what we saw is airlines, American, Delta, United, Southwest, Frontier, JetBlue, capped fares for those customers booked on Spirit so that they can get home. It was just a few hours after Spirit shut down that we saw airlines coming in with new schedule announcements. JetBlue, for example, which had been number 2 at Fort Lauderdale for a while, coming in with a pretty robust schedule. They're adding service everywhere from Columbia to Nashville, Tennessee. Spirit was pretty small, but Spirit going away, this discount airline that had these double-digit fares, will have a big impact for airfare around the country, because without that discounter there, other airlines will have more pricing power. And airfares are already going up. With the war in Iran, jet fuel prices have doubled, and that means that the airlines are passing those costs along to customers already. Experts do expect more consolidation in the industry. These high jet fuel prices do have an outsized effect on low-cost carriers. Their whole business model relies on keeping costs low and many times keeping fares low, so that leaves them with less of a cushion. Also, the larger airlines, United, Delta, American, Southwest, have these enormous loyalty programs that are tied to credit cards, and that gives them a very big cash cushion to weather shocks, a bit better than some of the smaller players. I talked to a traveler who was flying on Friday afternoon from Baltimore, and he said it was his first flight ever. So even though people in the airline industry, people who follow the industry, might have been kind of up on the day-to-day, a lot of customers didn't even know that a shutdown was in the works. Like many Spirit customers, this person told me that he was just looking for the cheapest fare. He found something for about $500. It was kind of a last-minute trip to New Orleans to visit his daughter and her newborn twins. And he was set to come back on May 6th on Spirit, but will have to look for another airline.